Have you ever wondered why some people always seem to attract narcissists, no matter how much they try to avoid them? It feels like a strange magnetic pull, doesn't it? The same patterns, the same emotional exhaustion, the same heartbreak, over and over again. You promise yourself it won't happen again, yet somehow it does. It's not because you're weak or naive. In fact, it's often because you have certain beautiful qualities that narcissists crave, exploit, and drain until there's nothing left. The truth is, narcissists don't just stumble upon their victims, they sense them. Like emotional predators, they can read energy, detect empathy, and find the people whose hearts shine the brightest, because those are the hearts they know how to break. It usually starts so innocently. A narcissist enters your life with charm, attention, and intensity that feels almost magical. They seem to see you in ways no one else has. They mirror your interests, your dreams, even your wounds. You start to think, finally, someone gets me. But what feels like connection is actually calculation. Narcissists study you. They analyze what you crave emotionally, then give it to you, just enough to make you trust them, need them, and eventually depend on them. That's how the trap is set. If you've ever found yourself in a cycle of toxic relationships, it's not about what's wrong with you. It's often about what's right with you. Because, ironically, the very traits that make you kind, generous, and emotionally intelligent can make you a magnet for narcissists. They are drawn to light, but they can't produce their own, so they feed off yours. You might be someone who feels deeply, someone who can't stand to see others suffer, someone who always tries to fix, help, or understand. You listen when no one else does. You forgive faster than you should. You care even when it hurts. To most people, those qualities are gold, but to a narcissist, they're fuel. They see your empathy as an endless energy source, a resource to manipulate, control, and consume until you start to question your own worth. There's something else too. Narcissists are addicted to admiration and validation. They thrive on being worshipped. And people who often struggle with low self-esteem or those who need external approval become perfect partners for them. You give, they take. You love, they demand. You bend, they break you. The cycle continues because, in the beginning, they make you feel so special, so chosen, that your brain associates their attention with love. You start chasing that feeling even when it's destroying you. Sometimes it begins with simple things. You say yes when you want to say no. You avoid arguments just to keep the peace. You compromise again and again, convincing yourself that love means sacrifice. But in the world of a narcissist, every sacrifice you make becomes proof of your loyalty, while every boundary you try to set becomes a threat to their control. They want someone who will revolve around them, who will constantly reassure them that they're important, powerful, desired. And if you happen to be someone who avoids conflict or feels responsible for keeping others happy, you unknowingly step right into their perfect fantasy. And if you have what psychologists call a savior complex, that deep need to fix broken people, to heal others even at your own expense, you become irresistible to them. Narcissists are masters at playing the victim. They tell you tragic stories about their past, their exes, their trauma. You feel compassion, even pity. You want to be the one who finally helps them become better. But here's the painful truth. Narcissists don't want to be healed, they want to be admired. They use your compassion as a tool to keep you hooked, to make you believe you're the only one who understands them. But the more you give, the more they take, until you start to lose pieces on yourself in the process. There's also another surprising reason narcissists are drawn to certain people. It's not just about emotional vulnerability. Sometimes it's the exact opposite. Narcissists are magnetically attracted to those who are confident, successful, and high-achieving. They see your power, your discipline, your light. and they want to own it. To them, being close to you is like standing in the glow of something they can never truly become. You become their trophy, their source of status. But soon enough, they start resenting you for the very qualities that attracted them in the first place. They'll try to dim your shine, subtly criticize your achievements, and make you question your confidence, all so they can feel superior again. And maybe, deep down, you wonder why you keep repeating these patterns. Why do you attract people who drain you? Why do you keep trying to fix relationships that only leave you empty? The answer isn't simple, but it's freeing. It's because you have qualities that narcissists need. Your empathy, kindness, understanding, patience, and emotional depth. They can't create those things themselves. They can only imitate them. And they crave the energy of someone who has what they lack. Imagine emotional energy as a currency. You have a full account: love, patience, kindness, forgiveness. A narcissist has none. So they take from you, little by little, until your emotional bank is empty and theirs feels full. But no matter how much they take, they never feel satisfied, because what they want isn't your love, it's your identity. They want to feel alive through your emotions. That's why when you finally start pulling away, setting boundaries, or finding your strength again, they panic. They'll beg, manipulate, or love bomb you all over again, trying to pull you back in. Because without your energy, they have nothing. The real danger isn't just in loving a narcissist, it's in forgetting who you are while trying to love them. They make you believe that love means enduring pain, proving loyalty, or constantly earning someone's affection. But true love doesn't ask you to shrink yourself. It doesn't drain you. It doesn't make you doubt your worth. So if you've ever felt like you attract narcissists, remember this. It's not because you're broken, it's because you're bright. Your heart is open, your empathy is powerful, and your soul radiates warmth. But that's exactly why you must learn to protect it. Narcissists are drawn to your light, but not everyone who admires your light deserves access to it. Some are only there to steal it. Healing begins when you realize that you don't need to fix anyone to be loved. You don't need to overgive, overforgive, or overexplain. The moment you stop trying to prove your worth, narcissists lose their power. Because the truth is, they only thrive in the presence of someone who doubts themselves. Once you start seeing your empathy as strength instead of weakness, they no longer find you appealing. And when you finally choose yourself, when you set boundaries without guilt, when you walk away without explanation, and when you protect your peace over someone else's chaos, that's the moment the magnetic pull breaks. That's the moment you reclaim your energy. And in that silence, in that newfound peace, you'll realize something beautiful. Attracting narcissists wasn't your curse, it was your lesson. A lesson that taught you the difference between love that drains and love that heals. A lesson that showed you your own power. Because the truth is, narcissists only go where they can feed. And once your energy stops being available for manipulation, they'll move on, searching for another light to steal. But you will no longer be a magnet for pain. You will become a mirror for strength. And this time, the only people you will attract will be those who see your light not as a source to drain, but as something to protect, cherish, and love for exactly what it is.